Hi, this is Chris. Today I want to make some little notebook folios to give as little gifts, and I'm going to use some scrap papers. I have all these papers here that I picked up at a rummage sale, all different sizes of papers. I don't need even a fraction of this, I just need a few pieces. I have some 12 by 12 papers. I have directional and non-directional, and I will cut those up and I can make 2 notebooks out of one 12 by 12 paper. So let me move some of these things out of the way and we'll cut some papers. This is a real pretty paper, but I noticed that on the back it has some rips where something had been stuck to it. So I won't use that. I have this lavender paper by Prima, and it has 2-sided paper that's directional, and that will work. And then I have this one piece of Raining Cats and Dogs Animal House by Graphics 45. This won't really work because I would have to cut it right between here. So then you could do a couple of masculine ones with the Tim Holtz paper. I like this one. But then we would cut off their heads. This has already been cut. It could be made into one, cut right here if we have time for that. This is Modern Millinery by Colorbach. It's a double-sided 12 by 12. This is a lighter weight paper. So we have two very sturdy cardstocks and then more of a paper. So I will cut off the branding strips. This one doesn't have a branding strip. I'll cut off the branding strips, this part at the top, and then we'll get working on that. So what we want to do first is cut it 6 inches so that we have 6 by 12. This is where I have to insert a new piece of video because my camera didn't record. So what I'm going to do is show you how I score this, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to use my cutter because I don't have a long scoreboard, and I'm going to use it as a scoreboard. I'm going to put this 1/4 inch and use my bone folder, and then 1/8 inch I'll fold that. This paper's cracking. Then next, I will go 4 inches from the end. And 1/8 inch and then I'll take that and put that on the 4-inch mark. And score it. And then I put that on the 1/8 mark. And score it. Pretty heavy duty. And it's cracking. But this is a scrappy project, so we're not worried about it. And then get that one folded. Then I'm going to take 1 inch off of this end. I'm going to cut the bottom score mark up to 1/4 past, and then trim that. 1/8 inch on each side of these score marks, and cut that. 1/8 inch from the end and cut that. Then I'm going to just trim those corners there. And I'm going to trim the corners here just down to the score. And do a little more of a corner on here. So now we have these little flaps. And I'll go back to the previous one and rejoin that and show you how I put in the pages. I have these column pads that I got at the rummage sale. This one is a 6 columns. So I think I'll take out 2 of those. Here's a 4 column. And I have these smaller papers. It's just some small binder paper. So we'll trim those up, and this is 4 inches to the first score line, so I think I'll make them at 3.5 inches. Doesn't have to be perfectly 3.5 inches. Let's see. This is 5.5 inches. I don't really need the calendar, I guess. So we'll start with that. And I'll just go through and cut these down. Now I cut them about 3.5 inches, but some I cut a little bit wider. This is called jogging when you do this with your papers. I used to work in a print shop and we would jog our papers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip these. So what I do is I'm going to lift this up and see if that fits in there nicely. And it does. There's about 18 papers in there. And then I want to see how it fits here. I think we could fit a little bit more in there. Okay, I've got about 19 or 20 pages in each one. Nice little variety, all randomly placed. And I fit them in here. And it fits nicely, just like that. So my stapler. Well, it doesn't want to go through that many. There it goes. I like to take a little anvil and just flatten those staples down. Like that. Okay. So now, before we go any further, we can decorate this. We can put some ink around the edges and grunge it up a little bit. So I think I will do a little bit of that, and then we'll put in our pages and make a little closure. I'm just going to use some regular craft glue. I have some other glues, but they're in the other room actually. And I'm going to put a line of glue right here. Kind of heavy because I want that first page to really stick down. Line it up. And then glue across the top of this. Just to cover up those little staples. I want that on there nice and tight so when somebody goes, if they want to tear this off, they can tear it off like that. Okay, and then this one. Now it fits right like that. So we can make a folio out of this by adding a little pocket over here. I have a scrap of some Tim Holtz, so I can put that there. We can put a secret pocket over here. And we could get another one over here. And I like to use a little piece of elastic for a closure. So I'm going to get my punch. I have here, this was one of my mother's punches. I don't know where she got it. It's pretty old, but it has a pretty small hole on it. So I'm going to punch this. I think I'll punch it right about. I don't want it to tear out, so I want to give it plenty of room. So I'll punch it there. And I'll punch it. Stick some business cards in here. You could stick some in here, even though I punched a hole in it. There's still room to put business cards in there. I have these little miniature index cards that I found at Rite Aid, although they don't have them anymore. Could stick some of those in there. Put something on the cover. I have some of these little things. I have these little things that I stamped for a previous notebook project. Got notes, plans, ideas. I've got these little labels. These are from a digi-kit that I made from my grandmother's correspondence. She had a lot of things with dates and addresses and numbers and things like that on them. Could actually put something like that on there. I like the green. This is a very slight sort of a bluish greenish color right in here. So what I like to do is put it right across the cover like it's been sealed and then rip it open. Now that's the masculine version. I could decorate it more. I'll have to wait and decide who I'm going to give it to. I can also put ideas. It already says notes here, but I could put ideas here, plans here. And so here's our little scrappy notebook. So I'm going to clean this up and then I'll make one more that's more of a feminine one. Okay, I made two of these. I made a masculine one and I made a feminine one. So the guy one has elastic, has these labels on it, has all these different kinds of papers in here to write on, make notes on. A little pocket in the back, a little tuck spot on both of these covers here, and it goes together like that. And then I made this one, and this paper turned out to be a kind of a lightweight cardstock, so I made a different kind of closure. First, I added an extra piece of paper on the inside to give it some weight, and then I cut out a piece here. You can see I cut that out to match the pattern, and I cut a little tab, and it fits in there like that. I put a little label on here and a little digital printout on there. And it also has lots of papers. I think only one graph paper, mostly lined paper and plain paper. And then it has a pocket in here. And then on this side it has a little secret tuck spot. And so that's the feminine one. And I have those two, and these will make really nice ones. This will make a good masculine one. This one, the cover could be, this could be the cover, and this could fold on the inside, and it can go like that. Same with these two, because most of the design is right there in the front. You'd want to show that, so that could be folded that way. And this is a better cardstock, so I could make more for little gifts. So I'm hoping I wasn't too rushed on this. I have to go to the airport tomorrow and pick up family. They're coming to visit for 5 days. And so I wanted to get this done and get it posted before they get here. So thanks for watching and have a great day crafting. Bye-bye.